We back. I'm not totally well, but well enough. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to your post, whatever you have going on that day, physics class. I didn't stream on Tuesday on my normally scheduled time because I was sick. Unfortunately, I got sick over the holiday weekend. For those of you who aren't in the US, Monday was a holiday and I actually had plans. I was gonna go like visit friends out of state, and all of that had to be canceled because I got the flu or something. So yeah, yesterday was the first day I really kind of started to feel better, and today I would say I'm like nearly well. Not 100%, but I'm like definitely much better than I was doing, and figured I would go ahead and do the stream today because it already feels like it's been forever since I streamed, so I didn't want to wait that long to, like, you know, not until next week. It's like then it's been a lifetime already. So yeah, sorry about having to cancel the stream, and if I sound slightly weird, it's because maybe my throat is like a little congested. So that's what's happened with me and what's been going on. Also, need to fill 2 spots in my union. So if you are on the NA server and you have a high level account, let me know. I've gotten a lot of applications. So thank you to everybody who has applied. We have admitted a few people. We do still have 2 spots open though, and we're trying to fill these with some high level accounts. So thank you to anybody who has applied. Thank you for your messages. The standard is fairly high, so the reality is, like, you just have to have been playing for a while. But if that's you, let me know, because we do need to fill 2 more spots. All right, let's go to the cash shop. We're gonna be doing some polls for Prika on stream. I don't have a lot of gems, as you can see, 9,000. So there's not gonna be a lot of polls for Prika, but it will be some polls for Prika because she's totally worth going for. As I said in my initial skill analysis video, I thought she would be quite good, potentially like in the top 3 best burst 2 kind of things you can do when you pair her with Mint. And that seems to be holding true from what the rest of the internet has found. Again, because I was sick and whatever, I didn't make content for her immediately as far as pulling for her and testing, and I figured it would be more fun just to pull for her on stream since I already had the whole skill analysis for her. But we'll wait for more people to hop on before we actually do that. We'll go through our shop, buy some things. Nice. Double core dust day. That's let's see if we refresh, can we get more core dust? Oh, actually, okay, here's a core dust. Yeah. So triple core dust day. That was pretty good. And we'll take some free credits too. Let's see. I don't think I have enough to buy. Yeah, all right. So we'll just stay on there. And we'll grab some of these. And I actually maxed out Trina's skill too. So I just used a bunch of electric materials. And I actually can't remember if I put her on if I put her on the arena team or not. Hopefully I did. We'll double check that as well. By the way, I'm not going to be using any gold tickets. Those need to be saved for potentially like strong summer limited units. So I have 310, which is decent, but I don't have like a ton of them, right? And I would like to have 400 for the summer event just in case. So we'll see what happens with that. Hope everybody's start to solo raid has been going well. I will of course be doing some solo raid runs here. Of course, we don't even have challenge mode yet, so it's a little bit meaningless. The biggest thing I've heard about the solo raid is that people don't like the soundtrack, which I actually haven't even paid attention to at all. So we'll see what that sounds like. Anyway, let me check in with chat. We got Dr. Yiggles and Dr. Yiggles over on Twitch as well, and Comma slash Michael. It says, you sound better, Sparks. Hey, Sparks. Since you do have mint, it is worth to try to get her. Hope she comes home. Yeah. That is something worth saying, which, I mean, I think I said this in my skill analysis video too, but if you haven't pulled for mint, or if you didn't get mint, I guess if you pulled for it, doesn't matter if you were unlucky. If you didn't get mint, then, like, don't go for Prika, because Prika's going to be terrible by herself, okay? But if you have mint, yes, Prika's definitely worth going for, as Dr. Eagle says. Comment says, hope you feel better. Thank you. Yeah. Like I said, definitely feeling better. We're getting there. We're not there yet, but a lot better than I was. Yeah, definitely not worth the gold tickets for non-limited. Yeah, right? The only thing I would ever use gold tickets for are limited characters. So like collab units or seasonal units, and sometimes pilgrims, right? Because they have a lower rate anyway. So you're actually getting like more value out of the gold tickets by using them on a pilgrim. Hey, what's up from Muthalv? Welcome to the stream. What's up? I leveled up a couple times in the last couple days because I haven't had much of anything to do other than sit around and watch TV and play video games and feel bad. So I did push some Tribe Tower. I also finished hard mode campaign completely. I've been kind of sandbagging the last boss, chapter 46 or whatever it is, because I just didn't want to do it using Moran, because Moran really felt like cheating. And then I ended up using the Cinderella strat, which effectively did the same thing as Moran. And I didn't realize it was going to be that easy, so I did the run, and then I just kind of like won on the first try with her, and I was like, oh, all right, well, I guess that's that. So anyway, I've officially beaten the last hard mode boss, so that's done. And so the only thing left to do are some stages on the main Tribe Tower, as far as like content I can try and push. And I'm not going to finish that. I'm definitely not going to finish that. I'm not a big enough whale to do that, because the CP requirements get pretty insane on that. And I kind of just like still having something to do, right? Like, if I actually finished everything, then I'm like, okay. And it's funny, this is actually something that I've been known for ever since I was a kid. Like, if there was a book that I was reading, I would intentionally read it slowly. Like, even if I was super into it, I would read like 1 or 2 chapters a day and then like save it, because I didn't want to get to the end of it. Let's see. Mint Banner is still up to, but it's a big ask to try and pull for both. Yeah, if you're someone who is trying to pull for both now, I mean, unless you just were ignoring Mint, I don't know. But yeah, any kind of duo was always going to be rough, because, I mean, it's twice as much resources, right? Moose says, I just know historically how awesome summer is, so you're feeling conservative. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Like, obviously, everybody looks forward to summer, because you get some spicy units, right? And then, like, just the power level of, you know, like Summer Dorothy coming back is pretty huge. Not to mention just a bunch of other quite useful units, like Summer Eleg. Stiora D, what's up? I don't know if that's how I was supposed to pronounce that, but hello. David Santana, what's up, what's up? Are they actually even a duo, though? Like, genuinely? A pseudo-duo, because, like... But that's kind of how most duos are. Like, usually there's one unit that's, like, really dependent on being in the duo, and then one unit that is still, like, good on their own. Like, you would never use Tia without Naga, right? You would never use Blanc... Well, Noir and Rouge were interchangeable, but originally, right, you would never use Blanc without Noir. But you could totally use Noir without Blanc. You could totally use Naga without Tia, right? Obviously, if we take the more updated version of the bunnies with Rouge and Blanc, then, like, Rouge is often used on her own, but you could also pair her with Blanc, you know? So, same thing with Mint and Prika. Mint is still a great unit. She can be used on her own. Even better in the pair, of course. But Prika, you're never going to use her on her own. So I think that's kind of the typical pattern for a lot of duo units. What's up, Dispensed? Welcome to the stream. You don't like how you have to manual burst first with Prika and then auto mint. Do you have to? Obviously I don't have her, so I haven't been able to test this. But in theory, you should be able to just put Prika in front and she'll burst the first time and then never be able to burst again because she'll always be on cooldown because she'll keep getting time like added to her. Unless that actually didn't turn out to work that way. So if I get lucky enough to pull her, we'll test that. Yeah, the maid duos rarely used together as well, Dr. Jills. That's totally true. Which is something else I talked about in my skill analysis video too, right? Like, technically they're a duo and sometimes use them together, but usually you're just using one of them specifically because you want one of their effects. You're focusing on building up the game and resources now since you pulled double Prika on third multi. Wow, nice. Kama says I haven't tried it. Okay, alright. Alright, so we just finished Winter Maiden. I don't ever have to talk to this girl again. Not that I minded talking to her, you know. Big fan of Maiden over here, but anyway. Alright, let's talk to leader. Oops. So I had to mute myself because I coughed. Drink some water, guys. Dude, Summer Anise has survived longer, I think, than any other limited unit. Like, it's crazy how she's still top tier. Like, it was literally right up until Neon, she was on the best possible electric team. And she's still, like, you know, a top tier unit that will be used on whatever your electric solo raids are. Ooh, Mint. Let's talk to Mint. Mint lets out a small sigh. Sigh. She keeps sighing. Do you not like how you look today? Did you and Prika get in a fight? What? Why would Prika and I fight? Okay. So apparently she didn't like the way she looked today. Whatever, we got to tier 9. You were thinking of using tactical upgrade Emma and Yunhua, Rapid Red Hood, Vesti, and Helm as your Elysian Tower team. Is that a good choice? Yeah, it's definitely a strong Elysian Tower team. For sure. I think, like, realistically, hey, Ryu, whoa, what? Wolf? Ryu Ichi the Wolf. Okay, we got there finally. Thank you for the follow. You're gonna be lacking, like, cooldown reduction with that team. It's still a strong team. It'll be good. But ideally, you'd want to throw in like D Killer Wife or Use Rappy as your burst 1. Okay, maybe we leave our last advising in case we pull Prika. Is that optimistic? That might be too optimistic. But do we get a title for Maiden? What's this? I think it might be a title for Maiden. Oh no, I got a new sticker? Oh yeah, duh. Okay, yeah, it's the sticker for Winter Maiden. Okay. Summer Niece's elemental damage buff is OP. Yeah, Summer Niece has a lot going on for her. Alright. Let's go through Prika's event. Dang, she looks so sad. Challenge. Quote unquote challenge. Alright, we won't be doing any story. We'll be skipping it. Per my usual policy while streaming. So who likes Mint's new outfit, the standard one, better than the one in her skin? Which is actually the one that she had originally in the story. I kind of liked her original look, but I actually think... And I actually really liked Prika's original look too, with like the cool long pants. But I think I actually ended up liking both of their new designs, which are their like original base skins, better. All of America likes the new one better, no question. Yeah? Wait, why all of America specifically? You like the standard skin more? Yeah. Poor Prika. What's up, Warlock? Welcome to the stream. Is my camera weird? Like, why is it... I feel like I'm, like, low on the screen. Is that more normal? Maybe that's more normal. You like Mint's new design as well? I see. You assume Asia likes the new designs as well, but you just don't know. Alright, that's fair. Dude. Crust looks so ridiculous. Bready came out almost exactly a year ago. Most about the passes for both Mint and Prika for the rainbow tickets. Yeah, the passes are good value for that. Makes sense. Dude, Crust looks like she belongs in a different game. Like she's just so small and cartoony. Alright, that was our 5 runs. This event music is really quirky. What is this background? Dude, that one's so cozy. Dude, that is so, like, obviously an iPad without them, like, quite actually putting an apple on the back. But it's like an apple-ish shape with, like, a little dot above it that looks like the leaf. Like, that's crazy. But, yeah, dude, nice background. Davio, what's up? Crush should have a Nikke cartoon cooking series. That'd be pretty funny. I'm good. A lot better than I was. Feeling better. Let's see. Let's grab some of these. Some more pulls for Prika. Okay, should we do some polls for her now? I think maybe we'll do some polls for her now. Recruit. So, that's kind of annoying. I don't quite have enough for 4 multis. Maybe I'll come back. Can I do something to just get like a couple hundred gems? Maybe if I complete some dailies, then I can actually do 4 multis. Let's use 1 tapper. Obviously, that would be best case scenario. So yeah, let's do some more dailies, and then maybe I can actually have enough for 4 pulls. Do some Elysian Tribe Tower. Oh hey, it's what's her face? Behemoth. What is the max level in Nikke? There is no max. So you level normally up to 200, and then the way you level changes after that, but there's an infinite level cap, or unbounded level cap, I should say. So just keep going. You're scared of Arena when you hear this info? Arena's trash. Like, I'm not even going to try and sugarcoat that for you. Arena is trash. I don't even know why I'm bothering to shoot that rock. I'm pretty sure I'm OP enough to just completely ignore it. Oh no! But I don't have any electric attackers. I forgot it was going to have an elemental shield. Is this just going to be an automatic kill? No, I still survived through it. Alright. So Behemoth is just totally irrelevant. Even if I fail the QTE, it just doesn't even matter. Hopefully the 3rd member of the squad, Bready and Crust squad, is just like Gordon Ramsay. I don't know. I don't know if I'm hoping for that, but sure. Hello, hello. Mainly do arena for the ones to give gems. Other than that, you don't focus about it. Yeah, yeah. Kind of like at the beginning, I would say the first 6 months or so, maybe even the first year, if you were someone who started on day one, arena was pretty cool. Because you had to get kind of creative with your team. You know, the unit pool wasn't so ginormous. There wasn't so much time for there to be like huge gaps in power levels between people to grow. But nowadays, yeah. There's a reason why I don't pay attention to Champions Arena, and when I made my last tier list, I didn't factor in Arena at all. Hey, welcome those who just joined the stream. Is my Elysian Tower even a deficit? No, I'm like literally overpowered for it. The actual manufacturer tribe towers are such a joke. Like, obviously when you first start the game, they're going to be challenging. But like, once you have a solid team, it's just, you're just capped because you can only challenge 3 as a day, you know? But like, I can't even remember how long it's been since I actually failed a stage. Now the main tribe tower, like I was just saying, is probably the most challenging thing in the game if you keep pushing it. Like, even more so than hard mode campaign. BCM, doing better, thank you. Getting the profile decorations for Champion Arena is annoying. Yeah, I saw there are actually some kind of cool looking frames for it. I was looking at one of my union members' profile or whatever, and he had it. But yeah, I can't be bothered to try and like do the predictions or participate in it myself, you know. But here we are, special arena. Okay. So did I put Trina on a team? I did not put Trina on a team. Okay. So let's try her. So I'll take out Blanc. And I'll put in Trina. Now, like I was saying before, do I want to put Blanc on another team? Like, should I put her here? Is Blanc good here? I feel like if you have Moran, like, I don't need Blanc, right? But maybe I should be using Blanc on this team. I will lose burst generation, but this team kind of has insane burst generation already. The thing is, if I use Blanc, like, do I want to burst with her or with Noah? Any fun team comp ideas been cooked up with Prika and Mint? Not specifically. We're gonna do polls for her in a minute. I think honestly they're very generic. You can use them with anything. You know, like you can try and take advantage of like pierce or explosive damage, but that's like a ton of units, right? And you can kind of just use them on anything because you're just gonna get an insane attack and attack damage buff no matter what. So maybe we just don't use Blanc at all. Maybe Blanc is retired. Because I can only think of either taking out Noah or Bay as like the options here. I think I just leave it. What do some of these people have? Let me see. Is anybody else using Blanc? Okay, so they have Blanc here. So I could put her with Snow White, because, I mean, Snow White does need to stay alive. It's just, like I said, it feels like a bit of a waste when I have Moran. They also have Blanc. Yeah, maybe, I mean, because my gut says that, like, I kind of do want Blanc. So if I put in Blanc instead of Neuta... Oops. I guess then I'd put Neuta on this team? Maybe that's kind of good, actually, because then she'd be doing AoEs along with Cinderella. Alright, maybe I'll try that. So if I take out Neuta here and put in Blanc here... I don't know if I like this positioning. That's actually... That's probably good, actually. Okay. So yeah, then I'll put Neuta over here. I guess I'll take out Bay. Because I do wanna burst with Neuta. Of course, if I don't burst with Noah, does she do anything? I mean, she's still gonna taunt. Versus Bay. Let me see here. Shares damage. Recovers HP. Recovers HP. I probably still just want Noah taunting. So I guess I would do this. It's funny, I was just talking about how, like, Arena sucks, and now I'm spending so much time sitting here thinking about Arena. We're gonna try this comp. We'll try this comp. The thing is... Oh, okay, we do have a target here that I can do. So... I know I could win this matchup before. So let's see if I still win this matchup, or if I did a downgrade. Let's watch the battle. And then after we finish these dailies, then we'll pull for Prika and do our level, what, 4 through 6 raid runs. Hey, welcome those who just joined the stream. Oh, I should have turned off animations. I'm probably getting screwed because of this. Alright, so he bursted kind of slow because everyone got killed. Snow White still finished him off, but that kind of didn't look great. Blanc did keep Snow White alive though, so it's hard to know, like, what was the trade-off there. Okay, we crushed that. Does this team function at all? This is definitely the weakest team. Alright, so we eventually died to the indomitable Snow White, which is like how I beat them too. But we killed the entire team. So if they weren't invincible, then we would have won that. Because we did a ton of damage with Nyuta and Cinderella. So maybe that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Snow White solo carry? Dude, for real. So my only concern is that I'm not bursting very quickly with this team. Like, is there anything I could do to speed this up? Like, maybe I shouldn't use Helm. I'm not sure. Like, I might have better options than Helm. Maybe I should put Bay on here instead of Helm. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, because, like, obviously Helm is going to be way higher CP, and she's an amazing unit, but in this particular situation, I might actually want to use Bay. What's up, Vic? Welcome to the stream. I'm a little sad this isn't Iron Week. Dude, I went in fighting yesterday. I was making my team for the Ultra Raid, and I started making an all-iron team. I was like, hey, cool, I'll use Eve, and I'll use Raven, and, you know, it was like putting on all my favorite Iron Girls, and then I was like, oh. I was like, I'll make another team with Snow White. Nope. I forgot it was Water Week, but yeah, that's okay. At least Snow White Heavy Arms gets to shine on it. So yeah, I mean, because Helm, like Helm, I don't know. I wish I could fight the exact same thing again. I can't. All these people are way too high a CP, but I just wonder if using Bay here would actually be better. I'm going to leave my defense team the same as it's been. Just so I know what that good combination was. Sorry, I had to sneeze. But yeah, I guess later on, if I fall in rank, or tomorrow, I'll try it like this. And see if we stay alive better than when I was using Helm in this slot. Is there a guide for arena team building? Not really. I mean, you know, you can just look and see what other higher ranked players are using, you know. But as far as like a guide, not really. I do feel like I should be using Liberalio in a way. But I kind of like Cinderella here better, to be honest. Anyway, that's Special Arena. Let's knock out these Rookie Arena runs really quick. You know, but more or less for like your arena teams, you just want to burst as fast as possible and protect your main DPS. So, you know, that's generally going to be a combinations of like rocket launchers, snipers, shotguns, people that can taunt, make shields, and then just do a giant AoE attack, you know? a game mode where you could have your own nikkes fight each other. Like, you could make different opposing squads and, like, have them test in arena. That would be pretty cool. That would definitely be useful for sure. Wait, can we beat this team? We can probably beat this team. I was just fighting like the super weak people at the bottom, and then I realized like, oh, I can probably just beat this team up here. Oh, also, I should put Trina on this one. She should be an upgrade in this scenario. There we go. Ooh, could I beat... Oh, well, I used my last attempt. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Alright. Hey, look at that. We can actually do 4 multis now. We can do 4 multis now. But we'll still finish up our dailies first. Hydrate, hydrate. Ooh, 2 custom modules. 1 more, nice. Okay. A miss there, but at least we got 3. We got 3. Could be worse. Okay, so let's see. There might be another one to open from the items. Get some credits. Get some of these too. Alright, yeah, we got 1 more here in the box. So we have a total of 4. We'll also open these. I'm running low on electric. Not really low, but low compared to where I want to be. No new sticker. Hey, we have a new Elysian mold. Ooh, we can do this at the end of stream. Will I finally get tactile upgrade, Yunhua? Probably not. But that'll be our hope. That'll be our hope. That's what we're waiting for at the end then. Okay. Let's try for Prika. Dude, it's crazy because these banners look exactly the same. Like, until it goes to this, like, the intro is identical. Like, even on Prika's, it, like, zooms in on, like, it just looks exactly the same, right? Like, it's so similar. You really got to make sure you're paying attention. Anyway, okay, so 4 multis. Pray for me, guys. let's get some mint colors, which is ironic, right? Because mint doesn't use the mint colors, but let's get some colors. Here we go. Matches Prika. It's getting a little dark. Hold up. Maybe it was too bright, too bright, too bright. Abort, abort. Okay, there we go. Somewhere in the middle. You're poor? How's the stream? Stream is good. Welcome, welcome. Do you do account reviews or clear content that you're stuck on? I do for channel members. So that is one of the perks for channel members. If you choose to support the channel directly, that's a way of me to say thank you. There are a couple different things on like different levels. I think the culture TA includes the option to have me try and clear content for you, and then culture graduate will give you an account review. Yes, I already got mint. Yes. Yeah. So since a lot of people have joined since I was first talking about this, you probably watched my skill analysis video already, but if you didn't, Prika is good. Mint is very good. Mint is good on her own, even better with Prika. Prika is good with mint and trash on her own. So do not pull for Prika if you don't already have mint. All right, so we got 4 multis. I'm not going to use any gold tickets, of course, because I'm saving those for the upcoming summer event. But we are going to try and get Prika. We got our light in the background to match her. Let's go. Nothing on the first one. All right, there goes our rainbow tickets. All right, so 3 in gems. Hey, K47994 is a member on YouTube. Became a cultured graduate. Hey, thank you for supporting the channel. That's awesome. So if you do want an account review, let me know. If you're on my Discord, that's the easiest way to set that up. Technically, you don't have to be on Discord. It's just going to be more difficult to actually coordinate that. So there's a link to my Discord in the description of all of my videos, but also I will put an invite in the chat right now. Anybody is welcome to join my Discord, by the way. You don't have to be a channel member or anything like that. So here's a link to my Discord. And then like whenever you want to do your account review, if you are interested, obviously you don't have to do an account review if you don't want to, but if you want to do an account review, let me know and we'll set up a day and then I review it on stream. Thanks again for supporting the channel. Prayers with the streamer luck. All right, all right. Second pull for Prika. Change. Ooh, we did get the change. Okay, second one. All right, we're looking for Tetra. We're looking for Tetra. It is Tetra. Be Prika, be Prika, be Prika. Of course it's not Prika. Why would it be Prika? It's Clay. Don't get me wrong, I love Clay. Big fan of Clay here. She's not who I was looking for, though. What a troll. Send me a DM, not a post, because you're gonna end up having to like give me info to, you know, like log into your account, stuff like that. So you don't want to just post that. Might look into the account review option. Nice. You're relatively new in Dragon Traveler and in Nikke, so you feel like an account review would be pretty good for someone with more experience. Yeah, honestly, sometimes it's a lot more interesting to do it with like newer accounts, right? Like, and if like, you know, whoever supported the channel, whoever became a member, I do account reviews for them no matter what. But for some people who've been playing for a long time, it's mostly just a flex, because I'm like, you have everything, and I try and find little things to, like, you know, help them, like, oh, might want to like work on this in the future or whatever. But like, what I'm saying is, if you're a newer account, it's more interesting because you got to get a little more creative. There's a lot more to work on. I can say, like, put these units on your wish list, you know, build this, not that, that kind of thing. All right, all right. Two more, guys, two more. Come on, Prika. Almost thought I got away with it there on the second pull. No change. All right, so last one, guys. If I don't get her, I'm not like that upset, because like I said, I already have mint and I can put her on the wish list. It's not a huge deal, but it would be awesome to just get her here and not have to think about that ever again. Because the wish list can still be rough. I mean, how long have I been trying to get Yunhua, right? She's been on the wish list forever. Everyone has their methods. Everyone has their methods. All right. Let's go. Ooh, okay, there we go. Orange Spark. Don't troll me again. Right in the middle. We got a second shot at Prika. Let's see if we have Riz this time. Prika. Yes! Okay, there we go. Pretty good. 4 multis to get Prika, and we got a clay along the way. That was not bad at all. You recently pulled Crown? Congrats. That's a huge win. Sup, G Brian? Dude, that last pull was so clutch. Only 167 gems left. That's crazy. All right. For a second, it was like, what is she? She's a burst 2, obviously. I was kind of hoping she was going to be a burst 3, to be honest. Just so then you could like make a whole team with like burst 1, burst 2, burst 3 with Anise and Mint. Ooh, we have no equipment waiting for her. Okay, so we'll give her generic ones. But a duo with Mint is fine too, I guess. The power creep is kind of real though. Like, yeah, sure, like, they're not necessarily better than Crown or whatever, like, you know, there's still more OP things you can do. But compared to, like, quote-unquote normal units, you know, like, you're not smashing the whole world with Newt or whatever, but, like, they're so good. Prika and Mint are kind of really, really strong compared to other comparable units. And like I said in my other video, compared to other duos, they're just like pretty insane. Decided to do a 10 pull alongside the stream and pulled Prika at the exact same time. Yo, the stars aligned. You got bonus streamer luck. You're like, I'm gonna pull with the streamer and then get the same luck. Nice. Took 10 multis and you got 4 worthless SSR beforehand. I mean, that's still good rates. That means you got 5 SSRs in 10 multis. You got a SSR every other one. That's kind of crazy, actually. All right, I guess I take this off a biscuit. And this one doesn't matter. Why do I have so much more chest armor than Hilmut's? Who would be the 2 other members to complete the squad with Anise, Mint, and Prika? Whoever you want. Like, literally whoever you want. Like, again, you can try and take advantage of units that have Pierce or units that have explosive damage, but the main point of using them is to get the huge attack and attack damage buffs. But with Anise in particular, if you are putting her on that, you probably do want to lean more into the explosive damage, which I don't even know if necessarily using Anise on the squad is the right call. Do I have so many boots? That's crazy. But you would definitely want to make sure you were leaning into explosive damage at that point. So that could be anybody, right? That has explosive damage, of course. But you know, like Rappy Red Hood is obviously a good one. Red Hood herself, if you're trying to lean into Pierce, but I'm not sure how viable that really is. Chopper T says they don't feel like they'll fit well into Union Raid, but will be good in Solo Raid. Yeah, maybe. I mean, Union Raid is tough, right? Because you're only making 3 teams. And for sure you're using Crown and using Neuta. So maybe, like in the last Union Raid, some people just use Mint on her own even. Because like, a lot of times that third team might be using like either Bunny Aid or Mint. Or in this case, then it would be Mint and Prika. But it depends on what elements you're using, right? Because, you know, things change more with Union Raid. Because maybe you're using Grave, right? But maybe you're not if you're not attacking with the appropriate element. So, it just kind of depends. But for sure in Solo Raid, yeah, they're going to be used. All right, so we're just going to get these to level 4 at least right away. And I'm not ready to like super commit. I'm just going to give her Adjutant Cube. Yeah, we'll take it off of Chisato because Chisato just had it randomly because I traded it from a different unit. And then we'll give her a collectible. Remember, always start with the blue ones, because that's going to be easier to level up. I'm hunching too much. You use one of these. 100% upgrade. Wow, we had no super success on all 5 of those. Alright, let's try one of these. 60% shot. Well, my luck on these things still stands. I may get good pulls. Right there, we finally got it. Okay. I'm just gonna use another one of these. I'm just gonna, you know, screw it. You have no maintenance kits? Dude, maintenance kits are very valuable. Yeah. Alright, so now we got our level 5 SR. We'll stay there. Man, Prika's so cool. Like, her look is so good. Did I already have Mint kitted out? Okay, yeah. Haven't done any overloads or anything, though. I also just have, like, a random cube on her. Let's just throw Adjutant on her as well. Take it off of... Sure, D-Killer Wife. Okay. So, it's a little bit late to be doing testing, but since we're, you know, I just pulled her. She's new to me. Let's go through these texts. I'll advise her once. Put her in the synchro. And then I just want to do some tests. See what she does. See how she compares on my account. Tetra, where's Prika? Add her to favorites. Alright, now that I think about it, I always get the same places. Home, practice room, wherever my schedule takes me. That's pretty much it. I used to think I would fine living like that, but sometimes I get the urge to just go away somewhere. Anywhere. Dude, sometimes you gotta break the routine. You know any good spots? As long as it's not crowded, I'm good. Yeah. Get away from all her fans. Alright, so let's give her some gifts. Raise this affection level. Alright, we'll leave it at that for now. Get a few gems back for our investment. Dude, honestly, I've been so fortunate with both Mint and Prika. I could easily have not gotten either one. Like, I did, what, 2 or 3 pulls for Mint, and now I did 4 for Prika, and, like, I actually got them. So that's, like, total, like, 7 pulls. There have been units where I've done more than 7 multis and not gotten anything. And yet, I did 7 multis total and got both of them. Gold kits on a blue doll is wild. Yeah, well, I only had like 10 left of the lower ones, so I was like, fine, we'll just use it. Okay, so we gotta go to the synchro. Gotta use what you have sometimes. Oh, we got recycling room upgrades too. Who should we take out? Oh. Original Rosanna? Get out of here. Need 6,000 more core dust to level up. Okay. And we got 300 back. We officially completed our weekly missions. Oh, we're gonna have some like little interactions to do here too, but I'll save those. I'm not gonna do them on stream. You got shafted with Neon. So you had so many gems saved up and nothing. Dude, sometimes it's like that. Sorry to hear it. You're on a heater with luck? You one-tap Mint and Prika? You one-tap both of them? That's kind of wild. Do I have things to open? This, nothing that matters. Oh, I gotta core up my clay. I forgot that I pulled clay. Core 2. Wish I could actually use her for something, but, you know. Okay. So, let's do a little testing. Now keep in mind, both Mint and Prika, as you just saw, have no overloads on them, and their skills are all only level 4, and I only have one copy of each. But let's see how it goes. Let me take a look at the details of this. I don't think there's much that she gets. Yeah. I was trying to think if there's anything I had forgotten. But really the only like explosive or pierce thing is in the one part of skill 2, I think. Dude, her kit is so long, it's crazy. Yeah, I think it's only... Wait, where is it? I think it's just this. During full charge, effect self gains pierce. So she would get the pierce buff from that. So let's find... We're going to use Prika and Mint with like no pierce or explosive damage. And see how that goes. So Prika and Mint. And then who should be our other burst 3 here? Sure, we'll keep using Helm. Let's go with... Sure, Quincy. Okay. So you have no pierce or explosive damage on this whole team. I don't have a burst 1. I need a burst 1. Crown is sitting over there derping. Let's see. Burst 1. Let's go with... I don't want something that's going to also be giving things like damage taken and big attack buffs and stuff like that, right? I want to just see like the effects of their buffs, right? So... D-Killer Wife, right? I think she's a safe one. She'll gain Pierce, so she'll be getting buffed, but whatever. Like, D-Killer's Wife's damage is going to be whatever. She does give a small attack damage buff. Yeah, we'll just go with D-Killer Wife. What does pierce damage mean in this game? Like, what does it do? It means it will go through multiple things. So in some cases, it will go through shields. And then if you're shooting at the right angle, you can go through multiple parts. So like if you have a boss that has, you know, like a destructible part on it, you can like hit the part and the main body, or in some cases you can like hit the main body and a core, that type of thing. That's what pierce means. As far as pierce damage, it's basically an additional modifier that's like in the damage formula that's tacked onto your like normal, quote unquote, normal damage, right? So just like if you were doing charge damage or something like that. Okay, so we're gonna try this, and then, ooh, I probably shouldn't use Helm though, right? Because Helm is gonna be like influencing Crown. So I need another like generic burst 3. It's hard to find ones that are just like not messing with things. I could use Eve. Why don't we go with Eve? Alright, we're fighting a water weak boss, but whatever, like, that doesn't matter. So, like, Quincy will probably look like she's doing way more damage than Eve, but, like, that's not important. So we're going to keep everything the same, except we will swap out Prika and Mint for other options for Burst 2 and see how this goes. Find a boss. There's a method to my madness, I swear. Alright, this will also test if we can just burst forever with Mint, even though we have Prika ahead of her. In theory, this should work. Alright, so Mint bursted this time. The real test will be if Mint bursts the third time, too. It should work. Mint should still keep bursting. Let's see. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So we can leave Prika first. We don't have to worry about manually bursting with her once. That's how I figured that should work. And then Mint will just keep bursting forever after that, like it's on autopilot, yeah. Because every time we go into full burst, it's adding additional time to Prika's burst time. So she's never getting to cool down all the way. But you want to make sure you're getting in your one burst of Prika. So don't put Mint ahead. It's not that you never want to burst with Prika. It's very important that you burst once with Prika. So just line them up like this, with Prika first, and then Mint, and then it will just do what it's supposed to do automatically for you. Dang, Prika looks so cool. Does her character model seem extra detailed, by the way? Like, I feel like the way her cloth works and the shadows on her body and everything, like she's super high res compared to some of the character models. Is that just my imagination? Like they've been upping the quality of them, I feel like. Yeah, a lot of people are probably wondering how that worked. And like I wasn't 100% sure this would work this way either. Like I said, in theory, it seemed like it should. But sometimes when you actually try it, it doesn't work out. Yeah, Prika got in a random burst. You're right. That's interesting. And that might be due to cooldown reduction. It finally stacks up enough. I wonder if we had 0 cooldown reduction, if that would ever happen. Anyway, here's our... Yeah, Quincy's looking amazing because she's doing elemental damage. So we're doing 7.3. Let me write this down. And it was second to last burst that Prika finally did her second burst, right? What was this? 393? Gonna gimp the damage quite a bit. I mean, it only happened one time at the very end, so we'll see. It's kind of annoying if we really have to keep worrying about that, though, because that means like you can leave it on autopilot, and then when you're like 2 minutes and 40 seconds into something, then you need to like hold your burst for a second and then make sure you like manually burst with mint. Yeah, Quincy top tier. Okay, so we're gonna try it against the best of the best. We'll see what happens here now. If this doesn't do more damage, there's a huge problem. Because I have a 100% invested crown, and crown and helm are going to be like the best damage buffers in the game almost, so we should do more. Like this like I said, that's going to be totally insane if this is not more damage. No, but I should be doing this, though. Since I was looking at Prika before, we need to make sure we're looking at a sniper rifle this time. Could be right. We can test this by doing some quick charging and see if that makes if it makes up the difference. And then after this, I'll take out Crown and put in Bunny Aid and see what happens. So again, this is a very unfair test. This is like worst case scenario for Prika and Mint, because I have a way more invested crown, and we specifically did not take advantage of explosive or pierce damage. If you recall, I specifically was avoiding that. So this is to see how good they are just in some type of, like, you know, generic situation. Alright, we've already exceeded the damage by quite a bit. We are going to crush the damage. Crown sets the bar pretty high. All right, so 11.986. A lot more. A lot more. We did like 60% more damage. Maybe more, like closer to 50. Maybe almost exactly 50. Yeah, no pierce, no explosive. So now we're going to see how she compares to Bunny Aid. Okay, so Bunny Aid also does benefit Pierce, but is also one of the top tier just kind of generic damage buffers. So, you know, as setting aside like DPS units like Nayuta or, you know, like Grave, which I'd have to make a totally different team for or whatever, I think this is directly what we want to compare them to, because she's the one that's like kind of at risk of actually getting kicked out of your like solo raid teams. So let's see what happens with this team. And then I do want to go back and try it with fast charging to see if that makes a difference with Prika sneaking in a burst at the end or not. And then we'll also do teams that actually have pierce or explosive damage. Does Cinderella count as explosive damage? Cinderella should get buffed by explosive damage, right? Does CP in and of itself make a difference in solo raid? Your Trani has a super high CP due to investment, but you suspect Swole White will still going to be better for the raid. Oh yeah, Swole White is going to be the best unit possible for this raid. But yeah, I mean CP, you know, because like it's not gonna make a difference in the way that like a campaign stage was, because you can't be like under CP and like take a debuff kind of thing, if that's what you mean. But you know, other than like level being equalized, all your other investment still matters. So if you have more cores in the unit, or you got better overload lines or whatever, that still stuff makes a difference. That stuff still makes a difference in your power level on solo raid. Yeah, I think Cinderella still counts as explosive damage, even though she's kind of weird, like it doesn't look like she's shooting rockets. I'm pretty sure she still deals explosive damage. I'm not 100% sure on that though. Nothing in her kit is labeled as explosive. Okay. If you just read it, you might be right on that. Alright, so now we're seeing more comparable. But still, Bunny A did do better. That said, we're also getting buffed from Helm, right? So we're getting buffs from Helm and Bunny Aid. And we still only have level 4 on Prika and Mint. Let's see, 9.845. Alright, so let's do a second run with Prika and Mint. And Prika and Mint. Let's go that way. Alright, so we'll do this just to see if, you know, it makes a difference with Prika sneaking in an extra burst there. And then we'll make a team that would actually, like, benefit with using either Pierce or Explosive. Alright, so Prika goes with her first one. Good time to reload there. Alright, help me keep track, chat. See if Prika sneaks in a burst. Reload as soon as we get out of full burst. Although I should probably be quick charging with Mint, to be honest. Prika just got off another burst. Alright, so Prika did burst. That's kind of annoying. The rocket launcher damage is explosive type just baked into the weapon. That's kind of what my thinking was too. You just got trained off a SR gem. Don't know how you feel. Hey, that's still a W. That's still a W. I kind of feel like rocket launchers might just be considered explosive no matter what. The reason why she might not say explosive in her kit is just because none of the actual skills are doing explosive damage. Alright, so what we might have to do is, I think we're better off, honestly. Because, like, I could watch, and, like, anytime she's getting close to being able to burst, then, you know, like, hold it for a second, and then, like, use Mint instead of Prika. But I think the easier way to do it is, like, I mean, obviously you could just manually burst all at the same time. But I think the easier way to do it will really be to just manually burst the first time with Prika, and then just have Mint do it every time after that. It is really annoying. Because it's like it works, just doesn't work quite well enough. Like, that's kind of annoying. It's like you get over 2 minutes into the fight, and it's been working automatically the whole time, and then it doesn't quite, she's not able to finish it out. All right, so we're gonna do it this way. Oh my god, I just like, that was so stupid. I just burst with mint anyway. Okay. Okay. So we should be set up. And now mint will just burst all the time. And obviously there's no way that Prika will just randomly burst now. You wish you could organize bursts for a full rotation for a fight so only Prika would only burst once per fight. It would be cool if you could like set that up. Just like set a burst order of like... Because you could also do that with things with like Winter Maiden or something, right? You could be like, okay, I'm going to have, you know, Cinderella and Anise or whatever, like burst, and then when there's only 10 seconds left in the fight, then Maiden will burst. Like, it would be a cool function to be able to do that. Anyway, we'll see what the true damage numbers are now that we'll have no sneaky Prika bursts in here. So in theory, we should do more damage this time than the first time. So we're trying to do more than 7.3. Yeah, is right around that 45-second mark that then Prika is able to burst again. Gotta plate dinner? Alright, have a good dinner, Vermouth. Okay. So that one burst with Prika in a fight doesn't make a huge difference, but it is definitely noticeable. Because we went from 7.3 billion to 8 billion. So, I mean, that's, you know, that's definitely worth it. So it's for sure worth it to set up so you just manually burst with Prika once, but have them positioned so then Mint will just burst forever after that. Okay, so now let's do this with a team that will actually like benefit. So we'll do explosive damage first. Who should we use for our burst one? Moran? We use Moran. I don't really want to use D-Killer Wife because she's buffing Pierce specifically. Is there anything I'm forgetting in Moran's kit that's like weird? She is giving it an attack buff, but that's fine. That'll be the same no matter like what we're using. So, okay, so we got Moran, we got Mint and Prika, and then for our burst 3s, we want to do explosive damage. We go with Black Shadow Scarlet. Actually, let's use our new girl. I mean, we can use both of them, I guess. Okay, so we'll use Black Shadow Scarlet, and we'll use Neon. Oops, I didn't mean to move them, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, so this is with explosive damage, right? So we'll do the same comparisons against Crown, and then Bunny Aid. And then we'll also try it with Pierce. Okay, we got it in our Prika burst. And they can just do the thing on autopilot. So just to review those numbers again, Prika and Mint, when we redid it, so we only made sure we had one burst with Prika, we did 8.036. And then when we did it with Crown and Helm, we did a very impressive 11.986, so 50% more damage on that one. And then Bunny Aid did 9.8. So still doing more damage, about 10% more damage. Oh, I'm sorry. Almost 20% more damage. So pretty big increase. But again, that was without taking advantage of any of the like explosive or pierce buffs. Static says, hey, I've been pulling for characters, but since Prika is here now, who should you pull for? Prika, Mint, Raven, or Eve? You've been trying to get Raven, but nothing, so should you get with golden tickets? If you're a big fan of Stellar Blade, or if you just want to make sure you have strong iron attackers, it's worth it to make sure you get Eve and Raven. That said, in general, there are more valuable units, you know, because they're not pilgrims. It's not like it's Snow White Heavy Arms or Black Shadow Scarlet or something like that, right? Don't use gold tickets on Mint and Prika. Even though they're good units, don't use your gold tickets on them. They're going to go into the normal pool, and you can put them on the wish list. Okay. So 7.4. $7.462. So now we'll do Bunny Aid and Helm. No, Crown and Helm. Sorry. Crown and Helm. We're probably still going to crush it, but we're going to see if the percentage difference is closer. Saving gold tickets for summer is definitely a good idea. Is it going to be embarrassing still? Is this still going to be like massively more damage? It's kind of looking like it's going to be embarrassing. Alright, well with a whole minute to go, we already hit the amount of damage we were doing before. I think my lack of investment in them is maybe just too big of a disadvantage. So when this run is done, I'll put more into them. Then we can have a real fair comparison. I thought they might be able to do it even on low investment. Not that I ever expected them to be better than Crown and Helm, but like I thought they would be closer. The investment on them right now is just skill level 4 and no overloads. Hey, if you're enjoying the stream, I'd appreciate you hitting the like if you're watching on YouTube. If you're really enjoying it, consider subscription if you're not subscribed already. Okay, so yeah, it turned out to be pretty embarrassing. So let's put some more investment into them and see if we can get closer to that number. Alright, so skill 2 I think is the least important. I mean, we are getting... I don't know, we'll just get them all to 7. Burst is going to be most important on Mint, though. Alright, where's Prika? Burst, obviously not nearly as important for her, since we're only bursting with her one time. The only thing is, like, the charge damage, but, like... I mean, that's going to be very, very minimal. So, like, if you don't have a ton of resources, this is definitely something that you could not level. But I do have a ton of resources, so I'm just going to get this to level 7 anyway. Skill 1 is probably most important on her. But really, most of the buffs are going to come from Mint. And Prika is just making sure that Mint is giving the buffs. Because if Mint is by herself, then she goes into healing mode, you know? But we'll level her to 7 as well. But, like I said, if you're trying to prioritize things... prioritize Mint's skills over Prika's, and you can almost completely ignore Prika's burst. Like, her value comes in how she affects Mint rather than what she's doing on her own, if that makes sense. Let's do some overloads. Let's do some overloads. Oh, I used my custom modules. Wait, did I? I don't think I did, actually. Maybe I do have 4 of them. Let's see, let's see. Put modification. Okay, yeah, I do have 4 of them. Okay, so I'm going to overload Mint, not Prika. Which, that's not particularly relevant, but we're going to overload Mint. Ooh, I don't know if I'll be able to overload all of her equipment. We'll see. Yeah, I got 4, yeah. Fortunately, I got 4 today. And yeah, I didn't end up using them. Alright, well, we can get 3 things overloaded. Can we get the boots overloaded too? We can give Prika 1 overload. How about that? Let's see if we have enough to give Prika an overloaded helmet. Cool, got there. All right, Prika gets her 1 overload. Let's see what we get. Like damage lines or whatever, critical damage, sure, fine. I mean, ideally, you know, we'd probably want like charge speed, whatever the heck that means. Charge speed, and then, you know, attack, the usual kind of stuff. But overload lines on either one of them is not going to be particularly important. Hey, we got attack on Mint. That's nice. See if we can get on her arms. Crit rate and hit rate. That's... Hit rate is useless, but whatever. Charge speed and attack. Okay, this is a really nice roll. This is like pretty ideal for Mint. So, cool. Okay. Do I want to take these all the way to 10 to make this more... I feel like maybe... I think I'm going to do skill 1 and her burst to level 10. Skill 2 is the one that's not as important. Because, like, you're just getting a little bit of crit and that explosive or pierce damage. But again, that's not, like, a major factor. Okay. So, obviously not 100% invested. I didn't overload all of them, but overload lines, again, aren't that big of a deal. But this is going to be far more investment. What about cubes? I have them on the adjutant cube. Resilience is probably ideal, like it is for everything. Okay, so our previous damage was 8.036. Sorry. Yeah, no, 7.462 with the explosive, with these, okay? So now we'll see how much closer we can get to that crown number, which was 11.7. They got a huge power buff with the resources I just put into them. Oh, I did the wrong shooting range. I need to do the boss. Oh, also, I've just been sitting here in green the whole time. Let's change it to the normal RGB. There we go. Get a little more light. Okay. Boss. This is what I meant to do. Here we go. Did I turn off auto burst? I did, okay. And just to be extra fair about this, we'll do one where we don't have elemental damage. It's kind of funny that Mint is colored blue and Prika is green. Dude, when you think Mint, it would be more... I totally agree. I totally agree. It's an interesting choice. It definitely threw me off. Why is Mint not wearing Mint? Of course, by that reason, I guess... What is Prika supposed to be, like? Paprika? Right? So she should be wearing red. Good reason to use Moran over Nice on this team, or is it just to normalize between it and Crown and Helm? Yeah, basically I just need like a burst one. Or just, as long as I'm just keeping it the same, right? I'm mostly trying to isolate for the buffs that we're actually getting from Mint and Prika. And like whatever the burst one does, they're gonna do it, right? Okay, far closer. We definitely did more damage. So this time we did 8.714. So it's over 1 billion more damage. So the investment mattered for sure. Let's see. What's weak to iron? Yeah, I want to do that. Because I want to make sure that, because last time it was a little bit like cheating because Helm was getting the elemental weakness there. Okay, so we did what? Moran, Neon, Mint, Prika. Where's Prika? There we go, Prika and Black Shadow Scarlet. Okay, these are the same, right? Oh, well, I'll change their positioning just to make it exactly the same. Okay, so this will now be Crown and Helm. Do you see what I'm saying there? So last time I was fighting something that was weak to water. So their score was going to be slightly inflated by the fact that Helm, even though she's not bursting, is getting like elemental advantage there. So we're going to do this, and in theory we should get slightly lower damage than our last number. And considerably we got a lot more damage with Prika and Mint. Their damage numbers should be somewhat close. Hopefully that made sense to everybody. It's correct, just so you know. If you weren't able to follow what I was saying, this is the correct thing that we want to be doing to make it equal and fair. And we'll do the test with Bunny Aid again. And we'll see if Prika and Mint are really close to her now that we have investment. You understand? Good. Good, good, good. You guys are smart. I feel like my viewers are pretty smart. By the way, I should say this now that more people have joined. Still trying to fill 2 spots in my union. So I am on NA server. If you are trying to find a new union, if you want a semi-competitive experience, hit me up. We are looking for high-level players. I've gotten a lot of applications. Thank you to everybody who has applied. Unfortunately, most people just aren't at the power level that I'm looking for. I'm trying to get people that are at least over level 500. Ideally, if you're like 600 something or 700, that would be really cool. But yeah, if you're interested in joining my union, we do have 2 open spots right now. Best way to apply is to join my Discord and then send me a DM. Alright, what did we get? They actually ended up scoring slightly more damage than last time. So that's variance for you. But hey, we followed the right procedure. Okay, so let's do it with Aid. Let's do it with Bunny Aid. Because like Crown and Helm are gonna be OP, right? Like that's of course they're OP, right? So, oh, whoops, let's stick to this one. I'm going to use Bunny Aid here. And this should be the like realistic comparison. Let me just double check. Yeah. All right. So Bunny Aid is who you might have used in your Union Raid teams and on like your 4th or 5th solo raid team. And depending on the element, you know, it's going to change a little bit. But this is realistically who probably gets kicked out by Mint and Prika if they are good enough, right? Isn't it curious that they have 2 that buff both projectile and pierce? Perhaps someone who incorporates both in the works? Yeah, I mean, and, you know, it just makes them a double threat, right? So they're going to apply to a lot of different things. Yes, if there is a kit that does both explosive and pierce, then you would get to double up on that. I'm trying to think if there's anybody who actually does that. Lore-wise, Rappy Red Hood should, but she doesn't actually do pierce damage. Even though she literally says pierce through. And she does have explosive damage. But is there anybody who does, in one kit, that does both pierce and explosive? I can't think of anybody off the top of my head. I don't know if anybody else in chat can think of a unit that has both explosive and pierce damage. Like Snow White has pierce damage, Red Hood has pierce damage. Get explosive damage from Rappy Red Hood, Neon, Black Shadow Scarlet. Liberaglio does not. Cinderella does not have pierce. I don't think so. I don't. Yeah, I mean, there might be like a random unit that like I'm not thinking of that nobody uses that's just lower power level, but I'm not sure. Okay, okay. All right, there we go. So, Bunny Aid is almost exactly the same. Is 8.84 versus 8.714 for Mint and Prika. Not on one unit, but if you mix a comp that uses them with a knee star, you can get all kinds of comps. I mean, yes, you're right. But the thing is, like, you just want to lean into like whatever the better one is, right? So, let's see. Oh, it's on. Is it on Prika's kit? Okay, so like we're getting 43% on explosion versus 28 on pierce. So I would prefer to do the explosive damage, right? So if I could get every unit doing explosive rather than mix explosive and pierce, that's just going to be better. Now, in the real world, you don't necessarily have like teams that are going to line up like that, right? So it's just good to have on a solo raid scenario multiple types of buffs. So no matter where you have to plug in units to mix up your 5 different teams, they're going to get buffed by something. But like in a perfect world, if you're only making one team or whatever, you would want to do just the one that is doing the higher buff, in this case, explosive. You're coping because you're sick of Crown? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Anyway, so Mint and Prika. If we take a look at my Bunny Aid, you can see I have her all 4 overloads, and I do have her equipment leveled up, and I have her on 10, 7, 10. So this is exactly the same as I had on Mint. But she just has slightly more investment on her actual equipment. And Prika does still need more investment on her equipment, right? Because I was only able to overload one of her lines. And we did almost identical damage. So, if I finished this out, it's looking like Mint and Prika just edge out the damage that Bunny Aid is able to do. And Bunny Aid is very, very good. She is a top 5 burst too. So, That's impressive. That's impressive. So it does prove that Mint and Prika are very good. They will almost certainly make your solo raid team. Yes, and Core 1 aid, it's true. So I'm getting more stats from that versus only one base copy of both Mint and Prika. So yeah, Mint and Prika looking very good. Like, not dethroning Crown, which is not surprising. No one really expected her to. But definitely good enough. Makes it into the top 5, 100%. So, hopefully that was valuable to you guys. It was kind of interesting. We also found out, you know, how we have to use the burst order for them. Apparently we can't rely on just having Prika in front, because when there's about 45 seconds left of the battle, she'll sneak into second burst, which is kind of annoying. So you just got to manual once with her, and then have Mint burst forever after that. All right, let's do our solo raid runs. Level 4. This is my fun little water team that I put together. As I was doing this, because I was trying to make a team that was all water, you wouldn't really do this for a real raid, but I was just making an all water team for fun. I came to the realization that there are no burst 2 water units that just work independently. They're all either 40-second cooldown or like Viper, who's re-enter burst, if you have her treasure, of course. And some very weapon-specific ones, like Leona for shotguns and Rem for rocket launchers. There's no just generic 20-second cooldown water unit. So then I made this team. All right, level 5. Cinderella 100% gets the buff. You can see it in her stacks. That makes sense to me because, yeah, like I said, I wasn't totally sure, and as Dr. Eagles pointed out, there's nothing in her kit that says explosive, but I think it is just inherent to the fact that she has a rocket launcher typing. That just makes her explosive, just by the fact that she has a rocket launcher. But thanks for verifying that, Chopper T. Yeah, Ram is for charged weapons, for your rocket launchers. That's why she was like the best friend of Alice in Black Shadow Scarlet back in the day. Like, I could put her on this team, but like she wouldn't do a whole lot. Not that the team that I made even makes sense. I mean, again, I was just messing around and wanted to do something all water. So I put Delta on here and Privity. Not Privity. I mean, I did use Privity, but also Dorothy is who I meant to say. Yeah, the stream we winded by 30 minutes? Dang. It happens, it happens. You pause, took a restroom break, came back, then chat is all weird and behind. Alright, do we have things to open in here? Dude, I wish Delta was better too. That said, she did see top ranking play in 2 solo raids so far. So we'll see if she makes it into this one that's also Water Week. I feel like the bar is higher now. I don't expect it to, but you never know, it's possible. We'll see what it's like towards the end of the raid. Trisense says, hi, I finally caught you live while you're on shift. Just want to tell you love your videos, you love my videos, and hope you get well soon. Hey, thanks, and glad that you were finally able to catch a stream. Thanks for watching, and glad you enjoy them. I'm doing better, I'm doing better. Not 100% well, but I am doing better. Okay, so what was I doing with this? Where was I going? I'm not sure. Oh, let's see if we have any cubes. Can we level up any cubes? Doesn't look like it. But we did get batteries, so I just wanted to double check. Oh, I still haven't done the EX ones. I forgot about this. Dude, I completely forgot to do these stages. These have just been sitting here. That's how excited I was to get the stupid stealth cube. Okay, I need to go do these because there's some resources sitting here. Even though I don't care about the cube. There's a lot of good stuff in these lost sectors. I forgot about them. Alright, so we'll end this on the Elysian before we switch to Dragon Traveler. Tactical upgrade Unhua. Please tactical upgrade Unhua. Oh, Trison has another question. As a player who started in February, is it normal for my Snow White Heavy Arms to outdamage Rappy Red Hood by quite a lot every time? Snow White Heavy Arms is pretty OP, but Rappy's also very strong. It might be to do with your investment or what other units you're pairing with them. Kind of depends. Like Rappy Red Hood will benefit a lot from Anise if you're using like Anise with her, that kind of thing. I can't say without like seeing it, but they should both be top tier damage dealers, and depending on what you're fighting, one may do more damage than the other. I will say for like non-bosses, Snow White will probably easily outdamage Rappy Red Hood, but in bosses it should just be kind of like based on what you're fighting and what your team is. All right, tactical upgrade Unhua. Let's do this. Let's do this. Of course it's not. Why would it be? Dr. Joe says, I need to head to sleep. Thanks for the stream. All right, get some rest, man. Thanks for hanging out. All right, we're going to switch to Dragon Traveler. Chopper T says, wild to think Delta ended up more useful than Solar Raid than the whole Absolute Squad. It's true. The Absolute Squad has kind of done absolutely nothing. I'm going to get haters. People are going to be like, no, they're good in Elysian Tower. Vesti's really good in Arena. It's true, it's true. They're not trash. They're not trash. But they were a little disappointing, though. Per usual, Dragon Traveler is not loading. I don't know why it struggles to load so often. Let me restart it. Whoa. I just got a thing. Hold up. A notification. Tricent used 100 bits for a cheer. Hey, thanks for the cheer. Let's see, trying to change the stream info to Dragon Traveler. Dragon Traveler. There we go. Oh, it's weird though. It's like not centered. Hold up. Fit to screen. Still missing Sora? I mean, it's okay to miss Sora. You're glad Snow White Heavy Arms smokes Neon and stays the strongest bossing character in the game still? Dude, Snow White Heavy Arms is so strong. And as my favorite character, I completely agree. I am happy that she is on top. All right, so we got some new stuff. There's a new update. We have the specialized weapons, whatever they're called, back. This is our second round of them. What time zone am I in? I am in Pacific time zone. All right, time to give a few things to Poseidon and hope I get some shards. We got one. It's gonna be one of those days, huh? Okay. Have not gotten it on the first try a single time yet. Dumb. Okay, alright. Alright, Poseidon. Give her all the cake. Cool. By the way, huge hype. Wait, where is it? Oh, wait, here we go. Artemis is probably coming next, which is my favorite unit that I've been saving for. Probably our next EX unit. This is a hint. Anyway, so for new content, we have the Sea Goddess Vault. I did this one round last time, but I have not done it yet. We just got it today. So let me claim these. And I probably want to buy these conch. I think we'll just get all of them. Oops. So I have 30 conch. And let's see. 5, 10, 15. I need to get to 60. I don't know if there's going to be other things that can give me... I mean, I kind of don't care about the items that are in here this time. Who is this for? A world serpent. Yeah, I don't care about that. Who is this for? Ooh, Gabriel? I mean, that would be good, but... And this is for... King Arthur. Okay. Yeah, these are not as exciting. The last round was better. However, for the choose one, this is what I would be targeting. Because I can get the one for Ifrit. Sudden but Inevitable is a member on YouTube for 2 months. Renewed his membership as a cultured student. He says, I'm late, but I'm here. Welcome, Sudden, to the stream. We just started playing Dragon Traveler a second ago. So, anyway, I need 5 of these. I have 3. But I need 60 conch to get here. Wait a minute. Yeah. So, like I said the first time, it's a long road. And you can get lucky, like it's possible to get things, like get more, but you're really rolling the dice. Because if you don't get it, and then you use all of your conch and just get to like here, and then you're screwed, right? Because then the next round comes around, and then like you're short again. Like, so, you know, you're gambling at that point. Which I guess gacha game players love gambling. Okay, we also have this. So we have some new Halkins. These ones are kind of fun. I like the art style in all these. They're all kind of, they kind of remind me of like a Miyazaki movie. What does this one do? Magic defense. I like the centipede. HP. Titan ape. Gives you attack for every main story chapter. That's pretty good. I like this frog. The frog might be my favorite, visually speaking. Magic defense. Look at this Oni guy. Gives you flat attack. This other weird Oni thing. Physical damage. Immunity. Okay. Gotta hop in the shower. Just wanted to stop by and show some support. Thanks for your Prika guide. Yeah, no problem. Go get clean. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so I did pull some more Asmodeus. Asmodeus? We had this debate last time. Asmodeus. So I kind of want to get even more on her, but I ended up pulling more for Gabriel, actually. So for the longest time, from her original banner, I had her at 3 purple stars, and now I got her to the 1 red star. So I decided it was more valuable to make her buff. It was an opportunity. Okay, why do I have so many? Oh, what are these notifications for? All right, whatever. All right, so let's get some Wormbone Ruins going in the background, and then we will do some treasure summons. Okay, so we will do our 1 horn of the day. Collect these and do our 1 spell, or whatever these are called. What are these called? Dragon Crystal. Okay. Alright, and then this is the event one. So we'll start with the Fate Potions. Okay, we got shards for 2 of the new ones. Ooh, hey, we just got the centipede. And some golden mandrakes, superior mandrakes. Okay, that was lucky. And we just already lost that Wormbone Ruins. Okay, let's see if we have better here. We have a newly powered up Gabriel, so we'll see if we can clear this. Alright, back to our treasure summoning. Wait, Howkins. My centipede. Dude, it just looks so cool. I like the art style on this set of Howkins. Alright, so more HP, sure. We'll upgrade it to level 4 no matter what. So we just use blue mandrakes on it, and then let's summon again. That was bad. Alright, let's do some soul elixirs. Oh, a new one. Bamboo Maiden. HP percentage. Okay, that's pretty good. Dude, I don't know why I like this set so much better than normal. But they're really cute. Okay, we'll do some Mercury potion. Wow, 200 of them and nothing? Okay. Let's see where we're at on the progress for the event. 3 levels. Okay, well, we're gonna get our fate potions. Oh, I should get the discounted fate potions too. Alright, back to fate potions. Ooh, double. It's just the shards, but still. We've gotten shards of this guy a couple times. Can we make it? Not yet? Okay. There's a whole one. Okay, we just got him. What does he do? Physical damage immunity. Only arena mode though, which kind of sucks, but oh well. And we can immediately star him up because we had all those shards from him. Let's level him. Get it to 4. So 4 is like your baseline, right? Kind of like in Nikke, where you're like, all right, well I can get skills to level 4. Because it just like doesn't cost that much. Got some frog shards, nice. More frog shards. Let's do one more. Check the event again. Okay, so we're getting pretty close. 2350 out of 27. We'll do our last of these. And then we'll do a multi of this. Hey! That's pretty cool. I can star up my Horned Fiend. And we got there. Alright, who else needs to be upgraded? Oh, is it 0? What happened? Let's get her to level 4. Our creepy twins here. See, not as big of a fan of that art style. Or just the character. I mean, they're kind of all the same art style, but like, I don't know, somehow, I guess the theme of the new set just looks cuter to me. I'm checking to see if I can actually star up any of these. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Looks like my upgraded Gabrielle is working. She's still doing stuff. Okay, I already did my PvP runs, but can I collect currency and have enough to buy one more of these? Yes, I do. Nice. So go to my backpack. And you can see I have 4 of these Prime Evo Stones. I should have been buying these way sooner. So I've been stuck not being able to actually evolve my Red Dragon for a whole week or more, maybe now. It's kind of annoying. So I'll use this, and I will use all 10 of them. And make another one. Now I need one more. I don't know why I didn't buy them sooner. I think when I first started getting them, I didn't realize that they were shards, not the actual prime stones. Oh well. Nice, we got a Chiron. Okay, let's do our daily boss fight. Should get a better score than our previous best, because again, upgraded Gabrielle. Dang, she just wiped the whole team for the last few seconds. Okay, yeah. Big improvement though. New record. Ooh, still didn't quite crack the top 100 though. Why is this showing me less damage though? This is not the score that I just got. Look, my highest score, 175. And this is still the old score. What's up with that? Will it refresh? No? What am I missing here? Why is it not counting my highest score? Maybe it won't show up until tomorrow? Like it calculates every reset, maybe? It's strange. Welcome those that just joined the stream. Okay, so I do need to do the guild activities. And resonate some more, apparently. Oh, that was all. Not a lot of resonating. Is it a late stream, or are you the late one? You are the late one, Malk. But we are going to wrap up fairly soon. Alright, to the guild. Alright, Sidewinder, do I need to kick you? I've noticed that a lot of times it's been like a week, and then you'll log into play, and then it will be like another week. So, I don't know if you're watching right now, but we are casual, so it's not a huge deal, but I just, you know, if you're not playing the game anymore, then we should make a spot for somebody. There was a lot of booba there, that's true, Mike. Milk. Okay, let's do our dragon fight really quick. Although I have more gold than I even know what to do with. Like, sometimes I do this and I'm like, why am I even bothering? Vermilion Bird, it's all you. It's kind of weird that she was the last one to survive there. Okay, I think this is an off day, right? Yeah, there's no attacks to do. Okay, so Guild Expedition. Teleport back to the headquarters. And check the map. Where's the boss that still needs to die? Destroyer on the right. Hellvale over here in the east. Wow, I actually did 100 damage to her? Usually I do not do that much to Hellvale. That time I only did 30. Oh, because I killed her. Okay. Alright, nice. So we completed all the destroyers. So I brought out the Abyssal Being. I don't think I can attack him. Can I? Oh, it will let me attack him. I thought because I'd already used 2 attacks, but I guess it's per boss? Because it started a new level? Sweet. Okay. Go get the Abyssal Being, everybody. Okay, and then I will use the assistant to use 21 energy to collect these. Then teleport back to the Lost Canyon and Garrison. You only care about Prika, but pulled Mint for the synergy. Got her in 110 pull. Nice, congrats. Have a good night, everybody. Remember to like the stream on YouTube. Sparks is the GOAT. Hey, thank you so much. Congrats on the lucky pull. Listen to Sudden. Like the stream. Alright. What do we get here? Daily quests. Oh, okay. Ooh, so I probably have stuff I can buy in the shop. Oh yeah, I got a bunch of currency. Okay, but I have to spend more to unlock this? But I already bought all those. That's annoying. Okay, so what do I want to buy? I guess I'll just get a ticket. Was that enough? Nope. I need to spend 4,000? Really? Okay, there we go. Alright, I finally hit the threshold. Okay, so these are what's most important to me, because this is what's going to get me Artemis. So you can see I've saved 227 of them. So I'm going all in. I'm just going to use everything when she comes out, which presumably will be soon. What do I have a notification for? I think that's a fake one. Like it's glitched. Can I star upgrade the dragon? Oh, nice. I have enough shards. So I'm also waiting on these. They can evolve, but I don't have the stones for them. So they're still sitting here at first evolution, unfortunately. And then these 3, or these 4 are stepped up. And the red one is ready, but I still need another stone. And until I get these stones, I can't buy these stones. So it's kind of a big bottleneck. I think that's it. That's everything. Did I star upgrade everything that I could already? I did not. Okay. Do that Shishiron really quick. Now I've done everything that I can do. Alright. Thanks for hanging out, guys. It's been a good stream. It's good to be back. Yeah, it's weird. It's been a whole week since I streamed. But yeah. Anyway, good to be back, guys. Hope you guys have a great night, morning, or whatever time of day it is, wherever you're at in the world. And I will catch you guys in the next video or stream.